What's going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? So the Cardinals could be looking to make some trades for starting pitchers, and could we see Justin Verlander maybe return to the Detroit Tigers? Let's go talk about it. So with the Cardinals losing Jack Flaherty recently, they need some starting pitching. If we take a look at the starting rotation as it is right now, I mean, it definitely could use a boost. You have Adam Wainwright still, that's fine. I mean, but Carlos Martinez, he's been up and down. Kwang Young Kim, that's fine for the back end. But, you got some guys here like Johan Oviedo. He just came up this year. Wade LeBlanc. I think they could use some more depth in that rotation. And there are a couple of options for the St. Louis Cardinals. Reports are indicating here on MLB Trade Rumors. So the Cardinals are doing their best to patch together a rotation in the wake of Jack Flaherty's extended absence, but they're also exploring options outside the organization. They have reached out to the Twins about Jose Berrios and the Rangers for Kyle Gibson, but the price for Berrios was high, and presumably the same will be true of Gibson, per Derek Gould of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. He goes on to say here that John Mozeliak spoke of the Cardinals' desire to win, but not at the cost of the future. So with the Cardinals, you have a couple of options. I think these are two really good options here. Jose Berrios, Kyle Gibson. Let's go take a look at a Jose Berrios trade. This would take a lot to get a Jose Berrios. I put together a trade right here. As we can see here, Jose Berrios going to the Cardinals, and for the Twins, they would be receiving their top prospect, Nolan Gorman, and their number 9 prospect, Angel Rondon. So if we take a look, I also have another trade here. That's a lot. You're having to give up a top prospect there, and I mean, that's going to take a lot. There is another option to where maybe you, instead of having to give up, a top prospect like a Nolan Gorman, maybe you could send back someone like a Paul DeJong. He's not having a great year this year. I mean, but with the Twins, you have Andrelton Simmons. He's going to be a free agent soon. Maybe they could send him off somewhere, bring in someone like a Paul DeJong who's under contract. I know you have a Royce Lewis, but as of right now, he's hurt. I mean, he hasn't really gotten anything together in the minor leagues. Maybe you could bring a Paul DeJong over. He could always end up moving to second base or something like that. But if you do include a major leaguer like a Paul DeJong, you would have to give up less prospects. Maybe you can give up a Rondon, a Zach Thompson. If we take a look, he's the number 4 prospect. And then here we have a Mason Wynn as well. I don't like this for the Cardinals personally. I think this is just too much to have to give up for a Jose Berrios. However, if we go take a look here at possibly a trade for Kyle Gibson, I think Kyle Gibson absolutely could be got. Kyle Gibson is not going to cost nearly as much as a Jose Berrios. As we can see here on Baseball Trade Values, a value of 8.6 for Kyle Gibson, 33 years old. He's having a very good year. If we take a look here at Kyle Gibson, this guy's, he hasn't really had too much success in his career, but he's having a great year so far. 15 starts, a 2.00 ERA. Again, he's much older than Jose Berrios. He does have one more year of control left on that contract. He's going to be a free agent in 2023, but he's having a very good year. I think he really could be a very good fit on the St. Louis Cardinals. He's not going to cost as much. So in this trade, I have Kyle Gibson going back to the Cardinals, and in return, maybe they can include Nunez, who is their, not this Nunez, Malcolm Nunez, the number 13 prospect. If we take a look here, and I've included a couple other arms as well, Rondon, who is their number 9 prospect, and then I have Roberts, who would be where is he? Griffin Roberts, the number 24 prospect. So I think this trade could be a lot more realistic for a Kyle Gibson. The Cardinals, they would be getting Kyle Gibson for one more year, but he's not going to cost nearly as much as a Jose Berrios. So I think if the Cardinals, if they could swing a trade for a Kyle Gibson, I think that would be great for the depth of the rotation, get a Jack Flaherty back eventually, and then you have a pretty decent 1-2-3 with a Jack Flaherty, an Adam Wainwright, and a Kyle Gibson. I think that would be very good for the playoffs if they were able to get to the playoffs. But those are just my thoughts on that. Tell me what you think down below in the comments of these trades. Is there anyone else that maybe the Cardinals could trade for? Let me know down below in the comments. And before I get out of here, I want to talk about one more interesting story, and that's about Justin Verlander, who had Tommy John surgery. He's on the IL right now, not coming back until next season. But this is very interesting here. On MLB Trade Rumors, the report says Justin Verlander hasn't ruled out the possibility of returning to the Detroit Tigers before his career runs out, per Evan Petzold of the Detroit Free Press. Of course, Verlander does need to get healthy. He has to come back from Tommy John. But imagine Justin Verlander going back to the Detroit Tigers to end his career. If we take a look at Justin Verlander, as what was it in 2019? I mean, the guy had just an incredible season. If we take a look here, he won the Cy Young back in 2019, and he got hurt last year. But look at the season that he has. As Giraffe Neck Mark likes to say, he ages like fine wine. He was 21-6 that year, a 2.58 ERA, 12 strikeouts per nine. Justin Verlander, I think, is still going to be on top of his game coming back in 2021. I think that would be really cool, but I think it could actually be very good for the Tigers. I think the Tigers are very close to competing. They've been playing a lot better as of late, and they got a lot of young talent. Look at the starting rotation as it is right now. You got a young Casey Mize, a Tariq Skubal, a Matt Manning. I mean, there's a lot to like. And if we take a look, they have one of the better farm systems in the game. Spencer Torkelson, I think, could be up sooner rather than later. You still got a Riley Green there. I mean, like I said, Matt Manning earlier. Dylan Dingler is there. I mean, he could get up to the major leagues eventually. There is a lot to like about the Detroit Tigers. They got a lot of good prospects that are going to come up sooner rather than later. So maybe we could see a Justin Verlander maybe sign like a 2-year deal with the Tigers. And hey, I think they could be very competitive. Look out for the Detroit Tigers next year. Definitely look out for the possibility of Justin Verlander really seriously considering a return to Detroit. So that's all I have for right now. Tell me down below in the comments, what do you think of the Cardinals maybe looking to make a trade for a starting pitcher, maybe someone like a Kyle Gibson, a Jose Barrios, and tell me what you think down below. Would you like to see Justin Verlander return to Detroit to finish his career? But again, that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.